But there, in this video, we're going to look at Hedera, and we'll look at what are the levels the bulls and bears are battling around, whether there are any bulls and bears traps, as well as whether there are any whales footprints through the Wyckoff lens. These are education content only, not financial advice. We'll start off with the daily chart of Hedera. So here, let me enlarge so you can see it clearer. Hedera has popped outside of the seeming downtrend that started in mid-February. So this is an additional tracking in addition to the medium-term sideways trend that we have been talking about. The medium-term sideways trend basically has a bottom of 0.077 all the way up to this yellow dash line over here at around 10 cents 40. Okay, so the good thing here, what happened yesterday, is that it kind of confirmed, even with a pretty low volume, that's the risky part, okay? It broke outside of it, close above the ceiling of this downtrend, and trying to stay around this 9 cent 30 resistance that we talked about. So technically speaking, it is confirming the sideways trend. Just that it is trading at the weaker half of the trend instead of the stronger half like it did back in mid-February all the way to mid-March. Okay, so you see two sections over here. The upper half, the lower half. Actually, it hasn't touched this third. If we cut the range in half, actually it's somewhere around this purple key level of 0.08 million. So that's why we continue to see some kind of frequent activities along this line. It has been testing this as a support. So given the current outlook, this downtrend, unless in the next 2 days it drops back to the trend, otherwise we can consider that over. Right? Currently, you see big fluctuations between exactly the ceiling of the downtrend and the bottom of the previous uptrend. Okay, this has been the range today. So, assuming it stays around this yellow dash level of 9 cent 30, then eventually it is going to continue the trade between the boundaries that we talked about. Okay? So you can consider still these two yellow dash lines from the 8 cent level to the 10 cent level. Okay, that's still the base case. No particular bull trap, bear trap, depending on the time frame you trade. Of course, if you say you're trading daily time frame or even at the lower level, then that's a different story, right? What I'm saying now is that it is right in the middle of the boundaries. So no immediate bull bear traps. But again, after that medium-term downtrend that we have been tracking, it seems like it is forming a short-term uptrend. Okay, so it's good to measure this as well. All right, here, if this triangle, if the price continues to trade along this triangle without breaking this support and without breaking this resistance, by the time we get to that around 9th of June, we'll reach a decision point. Okay, positive side is that it breaks this resistance that has been haunting the price of Hedera since late March. Breaks above it, that's option 1, continue with this uptrend, go to challenge the 10 cent red key level, and eventually this yellow dash line, the 10 cent 40 level. After February, the price of Hedera hasn't come to test this level again. Okay, so that's something I look forward to see. Next, let me adjust the box so just to tighten it up. So after adjusting at around mid-June, actually, just a few days later. And then, if it doesn't break above, if it breaks below, no worries, sideways trend continues. Okay, we already talked about this. Just to make sure we catch this positive movements if it's really happened. Now, what about the big picture of Hedera? Here, we said, okay, after taking a pause, the panic sell whale spot period, transiting from distribution cycle to accumulation cycle. Hedera is still within the early, sorry, I just want to adjust the line so you don't see it at the weekly. So it's cleaner. So we may be at the early stage of accumulation already, okay? Even though we don't have that big of a drop. Okay, you see that pulse, the panic sell whale spike period. That's what I see we have gone through around January this year. Okay, and then the price dropped further. Okay, trying to stabilize and then show us an automatic rally before it comes down for more shakeout of favor hands. Okay, so we're still at this early stage for Hedera. Some further shakeout may still continue. Remember, you can find me on Substack. These dashboards are available to help you avoid FOMO and panic. And see you in the next video. Thank you.